All right, all, welcome back. This is Joe. We're continuing on our Fast and Furious Dodge Charger RT. We got up to issue 63. Here's the magazine. I did a lot of filming in Brazil, it looks like. A lot of nice articles. And then we get into our build right here. What do we got? Door locks, door lock back plate, and that's what this okay, so let me get set up here real quick. Okay, I'm back. Issue 63. We're working on the door lock and the guide post, the backing plate. So it's like when you close your car door, it's gonna catch this latch right here, and that's what's gonna keep your door closed. So what we're doing here is getting the left. This has indentations, and make sure you got the right side of this catch. It has to fit into this groove just right, and plus it's got a lip up here. It's got a lip up here, and that goes on top. We're gonna secure this with some AP screws. Got a couple of AP screws. Okay, we'll do both sides, and then we will attach them to the car frame. Alrighty, got both those pieces done. So now you look for the left side. Right here, the L. This one says R. Here's the left side of the engine. Gonna get some HM screws ready. These are really short, stubby screws. And it attaches with the brackets facing rear. It's gonna go right inside here. Fits nice and snug, just like that. And we screw it down. There's one. And two. We'll get to the right side. Make sure to line up these pins in these holes, or else the screw holes won't line up. So make sure you get the pins in there, and you'll hear it kind of like click in. And now you could put the screws in and tighten it down. And we're going to move on to stage 64. Oops. Alrighty, good and tight without stripping. Okay, we're back. Issue 64, Fast and Furious Dodge Charger. That's what the magazine looks like. Hernan Reyes, the Master of Rio. Looks like they're still on their Brazilian theme here. Now with this build, I noticed they have the instructions dead center in the magazine, so we're gonna skip that real quick. Well, I like that Dodge St. Regis. Oh, that's nice. You see that? That's a nice classic car. I like those big cars. I'd buy that. I'm gonna go search the web, see if there's any of those out there. It says it's related to the Chrysler New New Yorker and the Plymouth Grand Fury. Maybe this is something only sold down in Brazil. But go ahead, get your subscription. You can read all these great articles. What we're doing today is, we're doing the left quarter panel. That's above the left rear tire. I thought that was for the driver or passenger side door. And it also attaches to the car body right here. Looks fairly easy. You just install a whole bunch of screws. And then we have a Track Days article. So let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to take the car body. And we got a bunch of AM screws. We're going to install it on the left side, it looks like. So let me flip this guy around. They break up the instructions, you know, it says install 2 screws here, then install 3, then install 1, then install another 2. So let's get this going. We got a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 screws. I guess they want you to do it in sequence here, so I guess it molds to the body, you know, how they want it to. Do we have guide pins? No, there are no guide pins, but you just line up. You can plainly see where everything lines up. The holes have these ridges on here and they fit into the slots right here. You can see that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow the instructions so that way we don't have any installation problems. Looks like they want you to go from the center out, kind of fold it around the car body. So it says we got the looks like we're doing this one first. And once I get these, and then we're going to do this back one. Okay. And then we need 3 screws. Right here. Yeah, you see how you have to, this has to be bent as you install. So that's what we're going to do. How about we go here? Oh, come on. Okay, I got that on. I installed it in sequence like the instructions wanted you to. And I remember watching a video of World of Wayne, his R2-D2 build. And these things do take a while to complete. And you not keep up on it. They get dusty. Because time just flies by and you don't realize it. And before you know, it's months later, And you have this nice layer of dust on everything. And so with that being said, I'm gonna have to give my whole station here a good cleaning. A lot of dust build-up. And then I'm gonna have to find a like an acrylic display case for this charger and my other builds. I think what I'm gonna do is get a big tote, keep things inside, and that'll keep the dust down. So here we go with issue 65, the world of Fast and Furious. What the issue looks like. Wow, that's a crazy looking car. Looks like it's made from Dodge. Kahuna concept car. Looks like those old Woodies, but modernized. And we have onto the track, more stuff. If you're a person who has a vehicle you take onto the track, there's a lot of good info here on the back of these magazines that you could refer to. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, now we have the right side quarter panel. We're gonna do it the same as before. We installed 2 screws and then another 3 here, and a 1 in the middle, and then the last 2 over here. A little bit different than the left side, but you get the concept. We wanted to do it a little bit at a time so it conforms to this body shape. Okay. So let's get going. Get my screws here so they don't flop around everywhere. Quarter panel on. Looks like we're going to do the back first. The front, bottom. So let's get going. Okay, I'll continue on. I like to be honest with everybody, and I'll point out something I just did. Broke the cardinal rule here, and I over tightened this screw too much, and so it stripped out the inside the stud it was screwing into. So luckily, Fanhome, you know, they give you so many extra screws and stuff that you can see I went up 1 size in diameter. You can see that. So this was supposed to be installed, the AM screw. So I used the LM screw. You can see it's a little wider diameter, and that appears to be holding strong. And I'm going to put a little bit of epoxy down inside the threads to hold it. So remember, don't over tighten. You're gonna strip something out with these little tiny baby threads of these screws. Hey, I'm back. We're up to issue 66. Let's move the body out of the way a little bit. There's our issue. Some articles. Dodge Wayfarer. That's another cool car looking there. And then in this issue, we're going to be installing the rear window to the frame, but we're not installing it on the car just yet. So, and we're just going to use double-sided tape to secure it. And then I'm going to probably keep it in its protective case until I do actually use it. That way I minimize the fingerprints on it. But then more track info, more information about running on track. Overall, I think that's a lot safer than people racing in the streets. People get hurt that way. On the track, you're controlled. Probably gotta have insurance on the track, and you know, and then you actually learn some skills. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna break out my white gloves. Let's see, these are great for handling, but let me see if I could actually perform any work in these things. I just don't want to put any fingerprints on these windows. I could clean it later, yeah, for sure, but it just helps to not overdo it. Have an excess amount. So let's open this guy. See, already I can't do anything. Yeah. Why'd they put this inside here? Okay, so we got strips of double-sided tape. And the first two strips go at the top of the frame. Top of the frame is the rounded part, of course. Get yourself some really quality tweezers that you could actually surgically do work with. Not like these goofy, made in China garbage. You know, get these anywhere for a few cents. You can see the quality difference, and it's actual pointed edge that you could grab very precisely. Because with these, they don't even grip. You hold it, and you go to pick something up, it slips right out. They're useless garbage. So let's get these strips on here. They want you to install all 4 of these, and then pull off the backing, and then attach the window. So we got 2 on top, 2 on the bottom, and you get 1 extra, or 2 extra, looks like. If you want to put them on the sides, I guess you can, but instructions aren't telling us to do that. It's 3. And 4. Okay, so now let's take off the backing. See how pointy and precise these are? Comes right off, just like that. This one. With these big goober ones, you can never be able to do that. We got 3 and 4. And then we're going to take our windshield. It's got a bunch of holes in it, and that's what lines up to the frame. And then these wings here, attach it to whatever part we attach it to on the vehicle. And so it looks like see, the pictures are different. It's like, okay, I see what's going on. All right, so yeah, we attach it here, line up all these holes. And hopefully this tape sticks. I'll give it a little pressure here where the tape is. And that is it for issue 66. And here's your finished product. This glass is not really glass, it's plastic, and it's got some imperfections in there. You can see some spots on there. Not very happy with that. And then we're gonna put this guy in here to protect it. And we are all set for issue 66. All right, guys, here is issue 67. Nice article here, The Return of Letty. And then it talks about Lucas Vidal, Dodge Caliber. And then we're gonna put the double-sided tape on the front windscreen now. And we get a lot of tape for the front windscreen. I guess they want it immovable. They really don't want it to detach or anything like that to the chrome frame. So that's what we're gonna do. We're going to follow these instructions explicitly and use this diagram to show us where all of this tape goes. As you can see, we have 3 different sizes that follow the contours of the windscreen and frame. And so we have to make sure we match them up just right. Okay, and then more information and articles on racing on a track. It's pretty cool. Alrighty, so let's get started here. So now this windscreen, okay, comes with a chrome frame, just like the rear, but the windscreen comes in plastic, as it should. And according to the instructions, we're not installing it at this point in time. So I'm going to leave this plastic on here, and I'm going to leave it for safekeeping inside here. And all we have to do is put the tape on here. So now the illustration has it oriented this way. And so we're going to take our tweezers and follow this. Okay, so let's take one of these off. And according to these instructions, we're not going to pull the backing tape just yet. So get your good tweezers. It looks like there's like a little indentation where oh, what happened? Well, that's not cool. That came off. See how good these tweezers are? That thing came off and wasn't even trying to take it off. See if I could save this. No, luckily we have extra, so I'm gonna use this next one. This time I have to be careful. See, it wasn't as easy as that first one. Okay, now I got it. Okay. So let me finish this up. Let's try and like center it. There. And let me continue on here. All right, we're back. So I got all the tape on. Had a little snafu. Once again, these instructions, Fanhome, if you're listening, they got them wrong. You could clearly see the bigger 67D is the longer strips. 67D is clearly the longer strips. And they want the longer strips to go on the shorter side, and that does not work. So I wasted a few strips here. Found out too late. So the longer strips go down here because obviously this is longer than that. And so they have to change from 67D, 67C, swap them around. But anyway, that's all for this issue. And like I said, it's going to be protected in here until time I need to install them. There. So we got the rear window, front windscreen. Here we go with roots with stage 68. This issue we're talking about Owen Shaw. A lot of info about him here. And then Dodge car, Dodge Spirit. Not impressive. And now we're installing the rear quarter window. Remember that piece I thought was glass? No, it was just a frame. So it's not the driver side door window. It was the frame. Not sure where it goes. But we're just going to install on this issue. We're actually not installing this piece. It's for later. But we are going to install the rear left quarter window. And then more tuning information for your vehicle. All right. So here we go. Back to... And there's a useful tip here. It tells you even to wear gloves when you're handling these glass. So first step is take our window and we're going to install this piece. Looks like it just fits right in. Okay, this side. Flip it around. Doesn't say use glue, but we're going to, it snaps in there pretty good. Wipe off these prints. There's some manufacturing defect. You can see some like cloudiness. It's like scratched. I'm sure you could like buff that out, but it's a lot of polishing. Okay, so now let's get our car body. Left side. Get our screws ready. So we are going to install this with 2 screws. And I'm sure I gotta be real careful. Let me put my glove on. I gotta do a lot of handling. So it goes in like so. And we're gonna flip it around. And from the inside, we're going to install. Let me install a screw down here. I need better traction on this, better torque. So with trying to keep fingerprints off your glass, you really got to find a good comfortable position. My hands and arms are too big to kind of like fit in here comfortably. I had to take the right side glove off. I'm not touching it. I'm using the glove on this side to hold the glass so I don't push it in and crack it. But I get a better grip on my screwdriver without the glove. And now instead of coming in from the back where there's no room, I just got to grip it with my fingers and turn it a little bit at a time, not over tightening. This, as long as the glass doesn't wiggle, you know it's all the way seated. Let's just check this bottom one more time. There, don't want to strip out. I already stripped out one screw today. Don't want to do a second one. And let's just check the instructions. And we have one more screw in the very back. Let's go back to this position and screw it in right here. And now the frame, it's not talking about installing it just yet. See that? Nice and snug. Okay, let's move on to issue 69, where we're probably going to do the other side. All right, we're up to issue 69. I think I'm going to pause this video at 70 and then start a new video so it doesn't take up too much of your time, just one video. So here we go, speeding through the city of London. A lot of articles. David O'Reilly. Then we have the right quarter panel window. These frames aren't getting installed yet, so I got them set aside, safekeeping. And this is exact as last issue, just the opposite side. And then more tuning information for your vehicle. So here we go. We can knock this out pretty quickly. Put the glove on. Now I noticed already, I'm kind of upset, is the, you can see it, you can see already. That's how it came. It came like scratched and stuff. It came like clouded, and yeah, I'm very upset about that. It doesn't come off really. I don't know if you can see that through the camera, but yeah, I'm pretty pissed off about that. Let me take our chrome, snap this in. If you hear it get in there, it fits nice and snug. And we get our car body. And we install this bad boy. Alrighty, so now we have to go through the inside, and I'm going to get into a comfortable position like I did with the left side, and get it all put together. I think it's time for new screwdrivers. Okay, last screw for issue 69. It's the back of the right quarter panel. Holding it with my gloved finger, and then slowly using all the finger strength I got to run this screw down. Just snug. Check the window. There's no movement, no flapping, so we got it all the way snug. Alrighty, let's go to issue 70, and then I'm going to stop this video and start a new one.